Welcome to Row J, TJC's monthly talk show about everything Jewish in the theater world. I'm your host, Meredith Gansman, coming to you from Sardi's in Times Square. We have a great show for you. Here's what's coming up. Broadway is going to feel a lot like Gay Paris this spring when An American in Paris opens next month. We'll meet the cast and creators of this new musical. May the best play win. It's the first ever Jewish play contest. Multi-Tony Award nominee Mark Kudish joins us in studio to discuss starring in the new Broadway play, Hand to God. We'll introduce you to the man behind the new movie musical adaptation of the last 5 years. Famed Broadway press agent Susan Schulman shares her backstage pass to Broadway. And then we're celebrating the birthday of a very special Broadway composer and lyricist at the Row J Roundtable. After a tour in the City of Lights, Broadway will welcome An American in Paris to the Palace Theater next month. But first, Row J got to talk to the company of this new staged version of the classic movie musical. An American in Paris first danced across the silver screen in 1951, starring Gene Kelly as an American soldier looking for love with Leslie Caron in Paris after World War II. Now the movie musical is coming to Broadway. Robert Fairchild will leap into Gene Kelly's shoes as Jerry Mulligan.
It is a dream since I was a little kid. I grew up in Salt Lake. I didn't know what Broadway was, but I knew
Did you know who Gene Kelly was?
Yes, I knew Gene Kelly and I knew Fred Astaire and I knew I wanted to do that.
Building on the movie, the stage musical, set to tune by George and Ira Gershwin, delves into darker themes than the movie.
Gershwin's darker music, the second Rhapsody, and the Concerto in F and the second Prelude, that dance music ties into an element of shtetl music from Eastern Europe, and so for me it was an opportunity to talk about the Jews who'd been erased.
Brandon Uranowitz plays Adam Hochberg, a Jewish American in Paris after World War II.
I can understand why the movie chose the tone that it did and that chose the ways in which they did to tell their story, which was frivolous and fun. But I also understand that that's a really hard pill to swallow, the occupation, especially immediately following the war. I think we've had time to process.
Leanne Cope plays Lise Desan, a French-Jewish ballet dancer who survived the war in hiding.
We start very dark and we end very light, and Paris has awakened, we've all awakened, something is ignited in our souls and our hearts, and that's a wonderful thing to have that journey during the show.
An American in Paris begins performances at the Palace Theater March 13th. Opening night is April 12th.